EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Henry.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. To throw is Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. Now he's got it. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the point. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. In motion, the tight end. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter, here's another good example.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Change it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Steelers at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. To throw is Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go,
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Warren. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Runs through the contact. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Don't jump. Ready?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. George Pickens as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. All right.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Here we go. Go.
A handoff for Warren. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here we go.
Fields. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Here we go. Good.
Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to throw. Fields. Got his man. It's Warren.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go, Side.
Again, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Warren will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Kadarius Toney
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete.
And oh, it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Warren
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Henry up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Running from the gun with Henry. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, and they will remain well behind.
Acrisure Stadium opened back in 2001 and has tormented kickers ever since because it's one of the toughest venues in the league to connect from deep, especially when you're driving towards the open end of the stadium. He had the leg for it, just couldn't get it lined up properly.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it. Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now a run with Warren. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Henry. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. All right.
Here's Warren. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Here we go, son. All right.
On the run, it's Warren. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 7.
All right.
Running left, it's Warren. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 77 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
All right.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, son.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown L.A. as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go here on Monday night. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They force him out of bounds, a loss to open this game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll get that complete to Hardy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll run here with Hill.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now it's the former Raven. That's Gus Edwards. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Edwards. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Hurst. They get 18 on that one. And the Chargers have the 1st down. Now it's Edwards. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. From the 35, it's first and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Throwing Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. He'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. Play action now. Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Michael Pierce there to meet him. Now a 3rd and 2. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On the give, here's Henry. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson now on second down. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Do a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. It's second down. Jackson looking to throw. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Again, it's Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. That's on the rookie from Notre Dame, Joe Alt. Now it's Herbert. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He connects with Disley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. Deep for the Ravens, it's Deontay Hardy. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of change in strategy and philosophy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty backfield. That means there's no one back there to assist with the offense.
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And you'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here's J.K. Scott now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. First and 10. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Room to run past the 15. Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 97 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Herbert now on first down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play, but I think that's going to be holding on the offense. From the gun, it's Herbert. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Second down and 3. Throwing, Herbert. He'll air this one out for Renfro. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Herbert. This throw taken in by Hurst. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Herbert. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll go again here with Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they'll remain out front by 1.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Charger first down. A give, zone read, it's Edwards. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Again, it's Edwards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On play action, now Herbert. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Herbert to throw on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards.
Well, a field goal try at least gives you a chance to take the lead. I think at this stage, early in the second half, Mike, if I'm this coach, I think I'm thinking long and hard. Do I have a play I love? If I do, let's be aggressive and extend this possession and hopefully come away with 6.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Now movement up front. It's a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers move out front. It's 9-7.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Oh, wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play, a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Second down and 8. Now, Jackson.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll run it with Edwards. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to...
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
Remember, a field goal takes the lead, but first and goal, you're thinking touchdown. You can't lose yards on first down. It completely changes your approach now on a goal-to-go situation. Give credit to the defense.
Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll stick to the ground. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain, and now it's 4th and goal. So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to take the lead here in the 4th.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. Now a screen set up for Edwards. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Play action now. It's Herbert. A throw on the move is caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8. run here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Edwards. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the tight end, Hurst. Now timeout here by Baltimore. It's going to be their 2nd.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Ravens now going to use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A gain of 15 and a first down. They'll run here with Edwards. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. He'll take the snap and go down to a knee. They'll go down to a knee. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And the Chargers are going to move out in front. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. This one went all the way down to the wire. The late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.